What's going on, everybody? Welcome into American Football Network. I'm joined today with Michael from Ohio State Hype Videos. I'll put his, I'll put a channel card or right here for his channel, and I'll also have his link in the description of the video. So we're joined by him today. We're going to be doing a Cleveland Browns mock draft as he's a Browns fan. But before we get started, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Help us hit our goal of 1,300 subscribers on American Football Network. We are about 25 or excuse me, about 45 away. So help us to get going on that. And then, Michael, you can go ahead and let them know your goals for your channel, where they can find you at.
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube at Ohio State Hype Videos and Sports Watch Along. I'm hoping to get to about 50 to 75 subscribers, somewhere around there, on Ohio State Hype Videos. That would be my main channel. Sports Watch Along, I'm not really messing with it right now. I'll probably get more back into that once the college season starts. I'm trying to get to about 25 with that channel at the moment.
So, yeah, go over there, check him out, help him hit that goal over there. And we're going to go ahead and get started with today's video. So, the Browns, they don't pick until they don't have a pick until pick number 54 in the second round. So, it'll be just a second before we get there. So, Michael, if I'll let you go first on the picks, and we'll just both share our pick. We'll roll with your pick, since you are the guest and you are the Browns fan. If you need me to click on a position so you can see the
I
players, let me know.
actually ran. Uh, I actually ran and did Browns mock draft before this, and I went with wide receiver first.
Okay, yeah, I think that'd definitely be the pick. So, uh, you see the players on your screen? Good.
Yeah, I can see the top two. Now
Okay,
top three.
yeah. So let me know. Let me know if I need to scroll down for you any or click on any positions that you want to look at, anything like that. So you're on the clock right now. Second pick or second round pick number 54. Who you want to take here for Cleveland?
I'll probably go wide receiver somewhere with this first pick.
All right. So there's your receivers available.
Johnny Wilson, that's probably too early to take him.
But yeah, probably so. Probably get him with 85.
Well, with the Browns needing with Amari Cooper getting older and them trading for Elijah Moore and not, I would say not necessarily panning out how they exactly wanted them to, I guess you could say. And then them trading Donovan Peoples-Jones to the Lions and so on. Um, in my first draft, I actually traded up and took a Polk out of my own. I actually traded up and took Polk out of Washington, but
Uh huh.
for the sake of this draft, I think the good pick here would probably either be Walker or Pearsall.
All right. So which one you want us to go with?
Well, with Pearsall being more so of a 1 year breakout player, I'd probably go with Walker because he's a bit more proven to this point.
Yeah, I agree. That's who I would go. See, personally, if I was going with it, I would probably go with Chris Jenkins here, D lineman from Michigan, just because, like we talked about, you can get Johnny Wilson later in the draft. But I don't think Tez Walker's a bad pick here either. I think he's, like you said, Pearsall was a kind of a 1 year breakout guy at Florida this year. You look at Walker; he had 2 great years, and then transferred to North Carolina and played on the Power Five level and was a very good receiver for them as well. So I like the pickup of Tez Walker there. I think he kind of fits the same type of receiver as Amari Cooper as well. I think that's a very good pickup there for the Browns. So we pick again at pick 85.
The only ding I
And
have on, go ahead.
go ahead. I was just saying we're almost there with it. But yeah, go ahead with what you're saying.
The only ding I have on Tez Walker is he's a bit raw yet, but he can probably use a year or two of development before he's a true number one or number two. But
For sure. Yeah, I think he's going to be. I see him coming in and being a guy sort of like what Jaden Reed was for the Packers, who shows some flashes early on in the season, but doesn't really start to become a huge factor till later on in the year, and I think that Walker kind of fits that same kind of. I think that's kind of how Walker's going to play out in year one. You'll see a few flashes early on in the season. You'll also see a few mistakes from him, and you'll watch him develop throughout the year, and he'll turn into a pretty good receiver come year's end. But we're up with number 85, and who you want to go with here?
I'll let you take this pick.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. We can go back and forth and trade the picks. We can do that. But still, after I pick, then you share who you want to go with, if you want to do that. So here for the Browns, I'm looking at either Michael Hall or Peyton Wilson. I think they say running back is a need. Corum's still on the board. I think he's a good running back. But you look at running back, I don't think that's worth taking here at pick number 85, especially when you still have Chubb. I know he's a little bit injured, but
He's
but
not
I'd
coming
imagine.
back.
Are they not going to bring him back?
It's looking unlikely according to recent reports.
Okay, I haven't seen anything recent, but I really thought they would bring him back. I
Well,
guess
if they
that
did, they said it would only be like a 1-year deal.
yeah, that's what I was thinking was they would sign him for a year and draft a guy in the fourth, maybe fifth round. Because I mean, let's look at the running backs that you got available here. You're going to be able to. I mean, you still look Brooks available, Braylon Allen, Irving, Estime, Shipley. Like you got some good backs you can get later on. And so I think here at 85, what I'm going to do, you got JOK. So I don't think Peyton Wilson is as huge of a need. I think Michael Hall Jr. on that defensive line is going to be one of the better pickups for you here. I think it's a little bit more of a need. I think they're about the same, evenly talented. Even you can't compare a D lineman and a linebacker. But I think when you look at the value of the player for your team, I think they're pretty even. But I do think D line's a little bit of a bigger need. So I'm going Michael Hall Jr. here from Ohio State.
Now, the only ding I would have on him personally, even for me watching him as an Ohio State fan as well, is he's small.
He is. Yeah, he is small, but I think he can put a little bit more weight on. I think he can turn into a pretty good defensive lineman up front. Obviously, he may need a year or two to develop, but he's going to turn into a pretty good one. As you are up now with pick number 135, what do you want to go with here?
Let's see.
And again, let me know if I need to click on any position groups or
I'll
anything.
probably take a look at Edge here.
Edge?
Yeah, because
All right.
This was last year Zadarius Smith's contract.
Yeah, yeah. And he's getting older too. I think he's pushing 34 right now. He's getting up there.
I'd have to check that one. I'll have to check that after. I think he's 30, 33 or 34. Yeah, it's probably a bit early to reach on some of these guys.
All right. You want to look at any other positions or go back to all?
Probably go back to all for a second.
Okay. So back here. Yeah, I think Javon Solomon, the edge out of Troy, is a really good player. I think after Combine, he's going to jump up into the top 100. But I think with the way this mock draft is set up, you may be able to pull him at 155.
I might even go with linebacker here.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad pickup. And Eichenberg is a little bit of a different style linebacker than JOK is and Peyton Wilson. I think he's more the style that the Browns need.
Because with Anthony Walker Jr. leaving and
Yep. So you want to go with Eichenberg?
I would hold on that with a second because he's a bit slow.
Yeah. That is the one thing that kind of lacks with him. He's got pretty much everything else, but the speed does kind of hurt him a little bit.
I can't remember if that one guy plays linebacker or not.
Which one?
Kalen DeLoach. Florida State, one of the most slept on linebackers in college football.
I don't know if he's. I don't know if he's still here. If he is, he's gonna be. Yeah, I think he's already gone.
Well, then for now, I would probably go. Well, if A-Walk already being slow enough, I probably wouldn't go with Eichenberg
Yeah.
because A-Walk already had multiple leg injuries and he was already slow enough, and their
Yep.
linebacker core is already slow as it was. Um, so for the time being, bit too high to reach on him. Just a second, I'm gonna search him up quick. So I know how to pronounce this guy's name.
No, you're good. Which one?
He's a linebacker. I forget how to pronounce his name. It's a pretty weird name.
Where's he from? What college did he play for?
I just saw his highlights yesterday, but I don't. That's
Is
probably
it
a
this
bit
guy
of a
from
reach,
Washington?
huh?
Is it this guy from
No,
Washington?
he's from Wisconsin,
From Wisconsin.
but he's probably a bit of a reach.
This guy right
Yeah,
here on
he's
the
a
screen?
reach. Yeah, that's a bit of a reach for now.
Yeah.
Um, for now, um, I might just go Will Shipley just to get the running back under the belt.
Yep. Will Shipley, I mean, he's a good player. As a Clemson fan, I've watched him play for a good while. Really good player, really tough guy. He's a guy he's gonna leave it all out on the field for you. He's gonna give you everything he's got every play. He's a guy who really kind of hurt his draft stock by playing in the bowl game. And you look at these guys, they tell him not. A lot of these guys opt out. Shipley, not. He wanted to play, and boy, was he just a beast his entire career. Very versatile, elusive guy, and he went out there and he got hurt, but he gave it everything he had in that bowl game, and he's just a tough, hard, just competitor, and he's going to give you everything he's got every time out. But for me here at 155, I'm going with linebacker Trevin Wallace from Kentucky. I think he's another guy I saw a good bit of whenever Clemson played Kentucky. I believe he played. Now I'm forgetting. Did he play or did he not play? But I've seen him in some of the other games that I watched of Kentucky. Um, watched him, saw him in the Georgia and Tennessee game, and he was a guy who was just a beast at linebacker. He's got the speed for sure, and he just makes plays, and a guy that I'm a big fan of. So you're back up here with pick number 205. What you looking for here?
I'll probably go defensive back with this one. Might
Defensive back.
surprise some people, but
Are you looking for safety or corner?
probably corner at the moment.
Corner. All right. So there's the top corner still available. Andrew Phillips, another good guy out of Kentucky too, lockdown corner.
Yeah, I'll probably end up taking Andrew Phillips.
Yeah, Phillips, good pick there. He's definitely the best corner on the board. Just tough physical guy out there
Kind of
at
reminds me of
cornerback.
Joey Porter Jr. almost.
Yeah, sort of. I think he's very similar. Just lacks a few of the um, lacks a few of the physical traits that Porter Jr. has,
No,
and
I
some of the
won't.
ball skills, but he's definitely a guy you can develop and turn into a really good cornerback for you. So here at 208,
No, I will
um,
say. I know this isn't mock calculated, but um, 2027, 2028, Ohio State's going to become DBU.
oh yeah, they have a bunch of good ones entering the draft. But here with 208, I'm gonna go with Kenny Logan Jr., the safety out of Kansas. He's one of my favorite day 3 picks. I think he's a gem later in the draft, a guy who's going to come in right out of the gate and make plays in his rookie season for whoever drafts him. In this case, it'd be the Browns. But he's just an elite safety in college. He's going to turn into that into the NFL. I think he kind of fits the Jabril Peppers type that the Browns had, but I think he's better. I think he will eventually will be better. He's going to have to learn, but he's gonna be a guy who's going to come in and play a lot his rookie year. He's going to make some plays. He'll make some mistakes as well. But he's going to turn into a very good safety here. All right, so you're up with the last pick for the Browns, 228. What position are you looking for this one for the final pick for Cleveland?
I'll probably look at a few here. First off, I'll probably look at linebacker again
Okay.
to see if there's anybody up here that would really round out the class or not.
Let me know if I need to change positions or
With
anything
this
for
with
your
this
scroll.
last pick, I'm kind of torn between two players here.
Uh-huh.
I'm kind of torn between JD Bertram. I mean, slower, but he's a good linebacker.
Yeah,
Probably
good
one of the
sure
more
tackler for
underrated
sure.
linebackers in college football. Um, and taking a quarterback.
Here are the QBs still available.
I think it pretty much either comes down to Joe Milton or JD.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. Him or even I would say linebacker potentially Curtis Jacobs.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at taking a second wide receiver either. But
No, there's just not really any receivers still available up here.
Ajay Washington will probably be top 200 by the time his combine's over.
Yeah,
But
probably so. Jalen Coker, solid receiver from Holy Cross, but you wonder how that'll translate to the NFL.
we'll probably go Curtis Jacobs.
Curtis Jacobs here. I like
Yep.
it. Yeah, good linebacker out of Penn State. So that rounds out the draft class. So we'll give you a quick run through back through it. At 54, took Tez Walker, wide receiver from North Carolina. At 85, took Michael Hall Jr., D lineman from Ohio State. Pick number 135 went with Will Shipley, running back out of Clemson. At 155 went Trevin Wallace, linebacker from Kentucky. 205 went back to Kentucky to get a cornerback, Andrew Phillips. 208 got a safety in Kenny Logan Jr. out of Kansas. And at 228, rounding out the mock draft for the Browns, we took Curtis Jacobs, linebacker out of Penn State. So I think those are really good pickups here. I like this mock draft for the Browns. What would you grade this mock draft overall on a scale of, we'll go 1 to 10. What would you rate it 1 to 10 for the Browns?
I would probably give it a solid 7,
Yeah,
maybe an 8.
that's where I'm sitting, anywhere between 7 and I'll go with 7.5, somewhere around there. I think you fill a lot of needs. I think you would have, maybe would have liked to get a one or two more, just kind of bigger time players. Few guys that went earlier than we had thought they would have gone, for us to be able to get. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a good draft. I think you, as well as many other Browns fans, would be satisfied with this draft class. I think it helps the team out a lot and can potentially get you back into the playoffs and headed towards the Super Bowl. But
No,
so that's gonna wrap up today's video. Again,
no,
thank
I
you
will
guys
say
for tuning
quick.
in. Help us reach
We're
that goal on American Football Network of 1,300 subscribers by the end of February. Appreciate you coming on with me, Michael. Let the viewers know one more time before we head out of here where they can find you at.
You can find me at Ohio State Hype Videos on YouTube and Sports Watch Along.
All right, so go check him out, help him hit all of his goals. We appreciate everybody watching, and we will see you.